Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a comparison between the two issues of Marvel's new event, Blood Hunt number one. So we have a red band. Uh, there's a red band variant to it where it says it will include more mature content. And then we have the regular variant for this for the event. So I wanted to check them out. I wanted to see what the differences are. So this isn't a review of the channel, and also since we have a new camera setup here, I wanted to go ahead and do something like this. There will be spoilers ahead for Blood Hunt number one, so if you haven't read it, make sure to go check it out. Also, mature content is coming because that's what the label on this on the book says. So let's take a look at the differences. Let's go check it out. All right, so here we have the mature version of this book. It only exists in physical form, at least legally. So when I redeemed my code here. That it does have a code for redemption, and that's what we're looking at. So it does have a code. I've redeemed it. Um, that's what we're looking at here. I'm on the Marvel Unlimited app, as you can see. Blood Hunt number one. It's in my library now. So I wanted to go over the issue and just highlight some of the differences between the normal version and the red band version. So let's kind of page through this. So like I said, spoilers ahead if you haven't read this. Okay, so this is all the stuff from the beginning is pretty similar, and I'll try to make enough room so you can see it all here. But the stuff from the beginning is very similar. We don't see any differences really. These were the preview pages, so I don't think they would have made any changes here. I've already looked through the book, so I already know where the differences are. And the first one comes here in the actual title. As you can see, this is the mature version with the explicit content. It's all in red. Whereas the normal version, that this is the digital copy that I got from this book. So even the digital copy of this book only shows up in the regular version. So as you start looking through it, we do have the key players. That's all very much the same here. But then here is another difference. As we go into this first page, as you can see, let me make this a little bit brighter. Yeah. So here's some big differences, I think. You can see the first page. You see this vampire has a hand in its mouth. This guy is completely torn in half in the corner, whereas here you can see that that's not the case. So that's pretty interesting that they would definitely go all out. And then another big difference here, really in the last page, we see these vampires coming out of the pool or the water, and here it's tinted red, and then you can see that there's like dead bodies all over the place. So very interesting stuff. So let's kind of keep going through it. There's not a lot of differences here in this stuff, and um, this pretty much plays out the same as the other ones, and you know it's a pretty good story. I'll have a review on the channel as well. I just wanted to get through this part first because I found it really interesting. Also, really interesting to see the ads play out. The fight with the Avengers, for the most part, is very similar. I would have thought they would have done something here in Thor when Thor gets impaled. But here we have a big difference coming up. So after T'Challa gets punched in the chest, this skips to Sam's panel. But here in the page where we would redeem the code, we actually see that there's an additional page, including T'Challa getting like just his, you know, just all the way through. Like the hand went all the way through. So this page is extra because then as I turn the page, then we get to the same page as here. So, and we get to see the effect is the same because we do see the hand coming out of T'Challa, but in this version we get to see the impalement as well. And then we have another extra additional page for me, as you can see here. After Sam leaves through the portal, we go to Bleecker Street, but here we have an additional page Just a little bit more happening in New York City, especially these bodies impaled on the spikes. That's pretty gnarly stuff. We have the ads page. And then we finally catch on to where we were with Doctor Strange and Clea. For the most part, this all stays the same as well. Even the splattering here or the fire, whatever that may be, the embers. But the big thing happens really towards the end of the book, right? And this is the big spoiler. So if you haven't read this issue, make sure to go check it out. But here we see that the reveal is that Blade is the culprit and he stabs Doctor Strange with his sword. But in this version, he doesn't stab him with a sword. He just completely cuts him in half. And I know people are probably freaking out of me handling this comic, but look at that. That change is super gnarly. Oh man, oh man. So, and then from there we have the checklist, which make sure to have read. So you can't read the free comic book yet because that's technically not out, but you can read the Vengeance of the Moon Knight #5. That leads up right to the events of this. And then we have the character designs, and then the preview for next page. Except that we will have. It looks like they're doing another explicit version of this. So you'll see the red outline here. Uh, so there you have it. Let me go back here because that page was super gnarly, and I'll just put them side by side. So there you have it. This is what you probably missed if you didn't pick up the red band version of Blood Hunt #1. Um, Let me know, what do you think of the Marvel doing stuff like this, where we get two different versions of the comic? Also, this was $6.99. I don't know the price of the regular version. I don't know if it's the same. I would think it'd be cheaper. But yeah, this was $6.99. Um, yeah, so there you go. Blood Hunt #1. The differences. Also, here even the trim right at the beginning. Uh, really interesting though. I think. Let me see. I think the covers are different too, and I didn't even talk about that at the beginning of the video. But maybe they're not too different. This app sometimes doesn't respond immediately. You guys probably know, dealing with the Marvel app. There you have it. Okay, yeah, even the covers are different, right? You see the same heroes is the same, but of course you have the red blood here and then Blade. So this probably gives you a bit more of an inkling to the reveal from the last page. So this is obviously, it's got a red band on it, so you can't really see it at the shop. But uh very interesting stuff. Let me know, what did you think of this difference? Let me know if you read Blood Hunt. Like I said, I'll be dropping an actual review later on. Stay tuned for that, and let me know what else you want me to talk about. And if Marvel keeps doing this, I'll probably do this because I have a setup like this now with a camera that's vertical, because we are doing some gameplay on the channel. So stay tuned for that if you want to see us play some trading card games. Right now, it's mainly Star Wars Unlimited. But so, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.